What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be opening up our Season 2, Week 2, King of the Court rewards. No, I did not win King of the Court. On the standings, I finished, I think, 4th. We had a good run. I didn't get enough great games, and sometimes that happens. I will say this. I don't necessarily love this King of the Court system, and if they don't... I'm trying to say this without, starting anything up or quote-unquote accusing anybody, but they need to either, number one, look deeper into these games, but the whole part about King of the Court in this, the way the system works is, like, what is quote-unquote, like, boosting? Because, like, again, I see so many people on a weekly basis that just have, like, their friends or their supporters match up with them, and you guys can say, oh, it's happened with me in the past. Maybe it has. I know this week it certainly didn't. And again, it's just kind of a broken system, and it's like, where does 2K decide to draw that line? Seems like, they're not drawing the line, and so again, you're gonna see higher and higher scores the more that 2K doesn't, draw a line, stuff like that. But congrats to Jin. If, like I said, if Jin ends up, winning, congrats to Jin. Obviously, I think it was Jin, Swaggy, Wall, then myself, in that order. And again, it got crazy last night is all I'm gonna say. I don't want to be involved. So, because it doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna win this week no matter what. So, I mean, it still matters. I hope 2K ultimately gets it right. But just know, things in King of the Court are getting crazier and crazier as the weeks do go on. Now, who do I want out of this 92 plus pack? I mean, look, at the end of the day, here's what I'll say. If I don't get Dyson Daniels, honestly, it's kind of, I don't want to say a waste of my time, but it's just not going to be really worth anything. Like, I really do, I don't want to say need, but I would really like Dyson Daniels. I think he would be a great addition to the squad. Now, if I don't get Dyson, well, then it is going to be what it's got to be. But that is a guy that I definitely think would help my squad out in a massive way. So, obviously, that's where I'm at with things right now. Dyson would help my squad out. Outside of Dyson, I just don't know if there's really another diamond that would really be a game changer for me. I've got a lot of the good diamonds already. And again, outside of, Dyson, it's just like, I don't know, like, would any of these other cards play? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Like, Stefan Cass would be another guy that I definitely would take. But I'm telling you, I will say this. I was lucky to win King of the Court when I have in Week 2 and Week 5. But again, it's just like, I can only do so much, Like, I genuinely can do so much, because it seems like whoever's winning in the last day or heading into the last day, it doesn't matter, because Jin walks everybody down, man. Jin is just the GOAT at walking people down, because literally Swaggy, I think, was up like 500, and it was up a ton, 600 points, and then boom, just like that, his lead was gone. So Jin is just the GOAT at walking people down. Even my weeks that I, in weeks one of the weeks 3 or 4, Jin walked me down as well. So hey, man, I can't even say anything about it, man. Jin beat me this weekend. So hey, man, he gave me one of the losses. And then another thing I have made a separate video on. I got a second loss this week for a lineup glitch. Like, I was trying to load up into a game, and it, like, somehow accidentally, like, switched my lineup and made me use a different lineup. And it was just tough. Like, it made me use a different lineup, and I ended up winning the game and getting a loss for it. So, I don't know, man. Things have gotten just out of hand with King of the Court. I will say, if 2K does not fix things as they're going on right now, it's only going to get worse and worse. Like, I just don't... Because, again, if people... Here's the ultimate thing. If people see somebody, like, getting boosted, for example, right? So, it obviously happens every week. But if people see somebody getting boosted, and those people don't get banned, and I'm not accusing anybody specifically, just in general, and those people don't get banned, it's like, well, what are they going to think in their mind? Well, then, if I want to win, then I need to get boosted, right? Like, that's just how the human... brain works. But then on the flip side, if, let's say, a streamer is streaming and one of their viewers decides to match them and decide to let them win like 170-0, I mean, it's really a problem with the format. Like, ultimately, that's really what it comes down to. And again, this system that 2K's got going, it's impossible for them to consistently monitor. It is, because again, it's going to come down to, what does 2K, consider boosting? What do they not consider boosting? And again, it's like, it's just an impossible situation. Like I said, for me, Doesn't really matter. I didn't hoop enough to win King of the Court. Anyway, I'm just saying for future weeks, it just puts me and everybody else competing for King of the Court in a bad position. It puts the community in a bad position when, you know, when you got what's going on. And again, the only person that I'm really or can blame is 2K. It's like they've got to fix this format. Like they have to. The format stinks. Like it does. I'm sorry, it stinks. But let's open this thing up and go from there. I'm gonna go one at a time. If I don't see Dyson Daniels, like I'm just gonna rage. To be honest, Damian Lillard, the first option. I mean, I don't know what I'm even supposed to say here. Like they're giving me a Damian Lillard card and expecting me to be happy. This card is 6'2". This card is never, ever gonna see the court for me. I don't know why they're having him pop out of this pack and expecting me to be happy. That is never going to happen. I'm sorry, Damian Lillard, you are never seeing the court for me. Anthony McDyess, for the 9th time I've seen Anthony McDyess, the card is fine. Like, honestly, Anthony McDyess plays a lot of defense. The card can compete at a really high level. There's just nothing about him that's like game-changing, game-breaking. He is just fine. Like, he's just fine. Gerald Green up next? I mean, okay, hold up. We might have something with Gerald Green. Let me look at something really quick and then go from there. Because here's my thought process right now. Well, I'll tell you what my thought process was and why it just got ruined. My thought process was, well, I like Andrew Wiggins. Gerald Green looks similar to Andrew Wiggins, but the problem is, badge-wise, he's not as good as Andrew Wiggins, and his defense stinks. Like, the defense of Gerald Green just isn't great. I still am not opposed to taking him, but I don't think he's going to outplay Andrew Wiggins. Next up, Mike Conley, and then Kyle Lowry. I mean, I feel like given these choices, I have to take Gerald Green, but I just know he's not going to play for me. So that's the thing for me. It's like, I can choose Gerald Green, right? And in another week, if, you know, he could have played for me. But it's just like, I know he's not going to play for me. So it just kind of, it's a tough situation. Like, I'll choose Gerald Green. He's a Timberwolves player, and we'll see what that release looks like. But it's just tough because I do think Andrew Wiggins is the better option. So it's like, what am I really meant to do here? Like, Gerald Green, I don't hate you at all. But again, when I know Andrew Wiggins is a card I'm going to like more, I think it puts me in a really tough position. So let's see what Gerald Green's got for a release. Hot spots aren't great. I mean, movement-wise, I mean, his dribble sigs stink. Release-wise, it's just not great. And again, I want to be able to use Gerald Green, right? Like, I wish I could go sell my Andrew Wiggins, but it's just not realistic. Like, it's just realistically not going to happen. So it's just tough. Another King of the Court weekend not winning the 10K. Another King of the Court weekend not getting another diamond added to my squad. I really got nothing to show for this weekend, which again, a lot of it's my fault. Like, if I went and hooped in King of the Court, I still wouldn't have gotten first because the score Jin got, I mean, I've never achieved, so it's not realistic for me to say I would have got that. But, you know, it's just another King of the Court weekend that ultimately does not go my way. So that is really it for today's diamond opening. I wish I could have something more to show for it. Gerald Green, you're going to probably end up being a Hall of Fame badge. It's just the truth. I just don't like you that much. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.